Are we live? Okay, I think we're live.
I think we're live.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
This is our first time doing a live stream for our YouTube channel, but
Yeah.
we actually did one with the Fat Quarter Shop when we were there.
We did.
Remember?
Yeah. It was super fun.
It was fun. We were so nervous. I don't think at that time I really knew what it meant to do a live stream.
Yeah. I mean, I knew, yeah.
Yeah, and then that morning we realized we're going to be live, and we were sitting on a couch sort of like this with Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was super
Live is like nerve-wracking, but so fun.
Right. Because, you know, we do the podcasts every couple of weeks, but we know that if we really mess up, Billy can edit it, right? Although I don't think he's ever had to take anything out. Maybe just a few ums, right?
Yeah.
A few guys.
So.
And I'll pipe in here real quick. Hopefully everyone can hear me, and if you aren't here, and if you want to give us any updates of, hopefully everything sounds good, and I think it looks good from my end. So but I don't know. This is our first time, so it may be a little shaky. I'll definitely be watching it afterwards, and we can fix it up and make it better. But the chat box should be open, so if there's any it's too loud or too soft, please let me know, and I can adjust that. So.
Right. Yeah, and if you have any questions, because we're going to do a little Q&A at the end.
Yeah,
right?
Billy will be able to see your questions and read them for us, and we can just answer them right here. And
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we thought we'd
started.
Yeah. What we thought we'd do is a trunk show, and since Happy Days is just shipping, we thought we'll show our Happy Days quilts.
Yes, Happy Days first.
Right, and then Sincerely Yours. But I did want to make a comment because I keep getting emails. Happy Days yardage is in the stores, but not the pre-cuts. So those I've heard 1st of May. So don't worry. I've been getting some emails about people who pre-ordered fat quarter bundles or jelly rolls or layer cakes and from many different places, and they're just like, are they gone already? And no, they just haven't even arrived yet.
Yeah, and we'll be able to update you with, if we get any more information on that. So
right. Yeah. Okay, so I guess
should we start the trunk show?
Yeah, we'll start the trunk show. So we have some quilt helpers that are going to be hiding behind the quilts, and they'll just bring them behind us one at a time, and we will talk about them.
Yeah,
right?
We'll talk about them, do a fun little trunk show.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we've missed a lot, is doing trunk shows and, going to guilds and seeing everyone. So we thought this would be a fun way to share all of our quilts and yeah. Okay, and we really are grateful for our helpers today because they're awesome.
So the first one is the Beach House Row quilt, and it's in our Happy Days fabric. And again, I am going to be doing a quilt along with this. It's going to be a little bit delayed because the pattern actually calls for a fat eighth bundle. So I'm not going to start it until I know that the fat eighth bundles have shipped. But it's super fun, uses lots of different blocks, and Billy and I will be filming some video tutorials for that too.
And just so everyone knows, all the patterns are linked in the description, at least they should be now. So if anyone hasn't seen them before or interested in them, they should be there.
Okay, I think we can have the next quilt now.
You guys are maneuvering so wonderfully, not being like trying not to be seen.
We tried all different. Well, we thought about all different locations for this, and this seemed the best. But behind the scenes, what you can't see is that we do have a cord going upstairs plugged into Wi-Fi to make this all possible. So luckily, there just wasn't a place downstairs to plug into it. So
I don't know. You might like it so much you don't change a thing.
So. Yeah, and here in Southern Nevada today, it's really windy.
It's really, really windy. Really windy. Okay, so this next quilt is one of mine, and Mom actually pieced this one for me. This is layer cake friendly. It's called Botanical Garden, and just a lot of fun to make. I had always wanted to make a flower quilt, but just wanted it to be a little bit, unique. And yeah, so I really love this one. And honestly, I love layer cake patterns. they're already ready to go. I don't have to iron anything.
Yes.
So yeah, so this is Botanical Garden.
Yeah, thank you. But I think
You guys don't have to be so shy. You can show yourselves.
so. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna hang that on the wall in my entryway. But I just feel like it's the perfect quilt for right now.
It is actually.
Springy,
It is.
kind of late spring, early summer. Yeah, so I love that quilt. How's it going on the
Yeah.
tech side, Billy?
It looks good. We have people here that are
Okay.
watching. There's a lot of people from a lot of different places all over the world.
Oh, can you
Oh.
see like
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they're?
they're all saying hello and where they're from.
Oh,
and
hi.
That's
it's-
so
It's
awesome.
really, I couldn't name them all because it's all over the place.
Oh,
but
that's so cool.
Wow.
we see
We're so
everybody.
grateful you're here. Really.
Thank you.
We've
Yeah.
been kind of nervous about
And
this.
They're complimenting your quilts too. so.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you.
Okay, this next one is Seaside. It's also with Happy Days. And I believe more towards Chelsi. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is just I think Chelsi and I both love star quilts, and this is just another star quilt. And with this one, I really had fun using that gray floral all the way through the quilt as
Yeah.
kind of a contrast that kind of grounded everything.
Yeah, I love that.
We love using the grays in this collection for that.
I also love that you used colorful borders too
Yeah.
on your quilts. That one's so pretty. I love that. The green color.
And that coral stripe is what I used on the border. And I'm just going to tell you, if you can find any, buy it because it's out at the warehouse. I tried to buy another bolt the other day and it's gone. So the coral stripe just works really well for all the bindings with all the fabrics. And
Yeah.
it is sold out at Moda. So
So if you find
if you find it,
snag it.
Yes.
Or tell us where to snag it.
Exactly. Thank you. Next quilt. I guess I should say behind us, we just have the 4 Square 2 quilt and Sincerely Yours, and that one will just stay up. So it's kind of blocking my.
I like it as the backdrop. I think it's super pretty.
Yeah, it's blocking my messy dining room. So
It's really not that messy.
So-
It was messy a couple weeks ago, I will admit, when I came over.
well,
but
it's kind of been the plumbing storage supply drop place, and
yeah, if you didn't know, Mom and Dad had a water leak issue in their bathroom, so it's been getting fixed recently. They're very happy.
Yeah. So about half the boxes that were on the table yesterday are now upstairs in the bathroom being installed. So. Okay.
Maybe you'll get to sleep in your bedroom again. soon.
Yes. Here comes another one of Chelsi's.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. That one is so
This
big.
is a big one.
This is a very large quilt. This is Origami, and it's a bigger block quilt. I love doing a bigger block quilt. This is fat quarter friendly, and I won't make them hold this much too longer, but I also used this ivory floral for the sashing. Mom and I did that a lot on our quilts. I can see you guys are struggling, so
Yeah, you can get the next quilt.
yeah, you can get the next one. But this is Origami. It's so fun to make if you want to make a bigger block quilt and use your fat quarters. So
I love that quilting pattern too. I don't think I've ever looked at this one close up.
yeah, I'll have to ask Marion which
so
one
pretty.
that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marion Bach quilted that one, and yeah. So I love fat quarter friendly quilts and ones that really make use of all the fabric that you have and can show off all of the prints and colors. So Origami is really cool for that.
A real quick question I think you could answer in between quilts, Mom, is someone asked where your blouse is from. She said she likes it.
Oh, I think I got it on Stitch Fix.
You did.
I,
I know you did.
so I just haven't. Thank you. I like the color. I thought it was.
I love it.
But
You always have the cutest clothes from Stitch Fix.
I just don't have time to shop anymore. And
Yeah.
well, some stuff was
Well,
closed for so long.
It's perfect because Stitch
Yeah.
Fix, it just delivers to your door, and what you don't want, you send back,
right.
and what you want to keep, you keep. So,
Right. So
Mom used to call me over and be like, "Help me pick my outfits." It was really fun. So, I love this one so much.
this is Summer Stroll. Stop at the end of this gray couch over here by Chelsi. Okay. Yeah, so I'm actually getting ready to make a table runner with 3 blocks.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so, but this is a super fun quilt. This was the first one I think I made with this collection, and I originally had planned it to have a red border, and then I was nervous about putting that red border on. And
the pink is
the
perfect.
Coral, and yeah, and I ended up doing another quilt with the red border, and you did with the red. So, but yeah, so
I love the
Stroll.
little 9 patches that make up the block too. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, and it's honey, but I think it's 1 layer cake.
Oh,
and 1 honey bun.
Awesome.
So
I love it.
When the quilts come, could you guys mention which ones are beginner friendly? Too?
Oh,
Just in case
yes.
some
Good
people
idea.
which ones are-
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys are good.
okay.
You guys are good.
We're really appreciative of them. It's Billy's girlfriend and my husband Chelsi's dad.
Yeah.
our quilt. So
our little family get together over
yes.
here.
Yeah. So we are Billy's going to put this up Monday.
Yeah, we'll replay it.
Replay
on Monday,
it.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like if you could just do it as a YouTube thing too. Oh, okay. Billy's like shaking his head. Yes,
Yeah.
like I'm on the ball, Chelsi. I got this.
So yeah, and so then our next podcast will actually be the Monday after that.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have 3, and I love this one.
Yay, this one's smaller, Daddy.
We just have 1 quilt holder for this one.
I really, really love this quilt. It's called Land I Love, and it's my very first row quilt I've ever designed. So lots of fun stars, log cabin blocks, houses. Yeah, those are clouds, and some flags. And yeah, I did the red border on this, and I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, and again, that coral stripe binding.
Like we use on so many. This is Fat 8th friendly. And I love the quilting that Marion did on this one. It's so pretty, but yeah.
Don't you think a beginner could do this?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And I love that you could just take it row by row, you
Right.
could do it as like a monthly project and,
Right.
finish throughout the year. But
Yeah.
Land I Love. It's a lot of fun to make and just perfect to drape over your couch or throw on a quilt ladder or hang on the wall.
Yeah.
So
Thanks. Good. And then what was the name of the last one? A couple people missed it. The 9 patch.
Oh, Summer Stroll.
Summer Stroll. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last one was Land I Love.
Yes, Summer Stroll, then Land I Love. We've got all the quilts lined up in the other room in 2 piles.
yeah.
And so they're
Taking turns
from each pile.
Yeah.
So
I have someone who just said that their husband's a chaplain in the army. They're going to make that one, The Land I Love.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is so awesome.
I love that.
Oh, I love this one too.
Okay, this one is sweet. And the hexagons come pre-cut from Moda. They are called honeycombs. And 1 package of them will make this quilt.
Oh, awesome.
They are English paper piece, so you buy the 1-inch hexagon papers. And I did hand applique them to the backgrounds, but you could also machine stitch them as well. And same, this is the 3rd quilt in a row, I think, that has had that coral stripe binding, but 3 different border colors. We had the citrine and then the red, and here's the aqua.
And you also used this multi-low volume.
Right.
We use that so much in our quilts for backgrounds.
And what fabric line is it from?
This is still Happy Days.
Happy Days.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people are saying, oh, yeah, you did. So these are all Happy Days.
Yeah.
These are all Happy Days quilts still. Yeah. Okay. There's another version of that. Maybe bring the next one on my pile next, because it's the same quilt in a different format. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, bring another one of Mom's, because it's the Hexies,
it's
right?
the same. Yeah, it's the same quilt. I made a Christmas version.
I love that one.
And
Love that one.
for this one that they're going to bring, I used Happy Days fabrics, but I did use some of our other collections.
Yeah. and mixed in the reds and greens.
Right, to get just reds and greens from our collections.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the right one.
It's so pretty.
So, yeah, so this is the same exact quilt, except for mixes several of our collections. And this time I used the sashing from Summer Sweet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I really love how all of our collections pulling from the reds and greens make such a pretty Christmas quilt, too.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really pretty.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. I like your socks, by the way, too.
Oh, thanks. That's the one thing I asked Billy. Do our feet show? I hope not.
Yeah.
So
Well, Mom got us all these
Bombas.
Bomba socks for Christmas this year.
Yeah.
And I love mine. I think they're
Okay.
great. I wear them all the time.
I like
Sorry,
'em.
we're getting off subject
So-
here.
Yeah.
There's Quilt Sweet pre-order, a kit.
Yes. Yeah. And those, because it uses the
prepackaged
prepackaged Hexies, those won't be shipping till May.
Yeah.
Okay, so May that.
Yeah.
Ship. Okay.
And
Yeah.
you'll update on that.
Yeah. All the
Too.
fabrics yardage is here, but not those pre-cuts.
Yeah.
So
Thank goodness too, at least, the yardage came.
At
But I
least
know it's hard to wait when
Right.
you've been waiting for fabric for so long.
yeah.
So.
I know Lisa Bonjean has a quilt along that she's getting ready to start waiting on her pre-cuts
Yeah.
too. Oh, I love this one.
Okay. This is a favorite of mine. I actually made this quilt in our Walkabout collection. And I loved it so much I had to remake it in Happy Days using all the reds, low volumes, aquas, navies, grays. It's called All American. It's fat quarter friendly. And there's 4 different blocks in the quilt. This is a beginner friendly quilt. It's so much fun to make and just one of my very, very favorites that I've ever designed. So
I love it.
All American.
Who quilted it? I love the
Marion actually quilted
with
this
those.
one.
I like those straight lines.
Yeah, I know. It's super cool. So
Yeah.
lots of stars and, patchwork kind of look. It's definitely a favorite of mine. So
Still Happy Days still.
Happy
this
Days.
is Happy Days.
Yeah.
I remade it in Happy Days.
Yeah.
So All American and fat quarter friendly and
Yeah.
beginner friendly. It really is. So thank you guys.
This has actually been fun because since we haven't been going to market,
Yes.
I really haven't seen some of your quilts in person.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I pick them up from the quilter with one of mine and take a peek at it, I haven't seen them all.
And I really like, you don't realize how much you miss being, at Quilt Market, visiting with shop owners and just with your fellow designers. And I miss that. So
Yeah.
hopefully someday we can
I know.
all be reunited. But yeah, you really do get to explain and talk about your quilts
Right.
To everyone that
right.
stops by the booth, and that's really a fun experience.
Yeah.
So love that we're able to. I
Yeah.
love this one.
So this is my
is newer.
last Happy Days quilt. I just finished it. I feel like I picked it up this week from the quilter on
Yes.
Tuesday. Yeah, I
It's
had to
so
take my
cute.
other son to the airport and picked it up on my way home. So this is Patchwork Stars.
Patchwork Stars.
Yes. And Happy Days. And again, that same print that Chelsi and I both used for sashing, just to kind of give a little
Yeah.
sparkle. And again, the coral binding, I guess.
She can't quit the coral binding, you
That
guys.
coral
Now,
stripe.
is this fat eighth friendly?
This is fat eighth friendly.
Fat eighth friendly.
Right. So it's only 12 fat eighths, or you could make it with 6 fat quarters.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So yeah, fat eighth friendly. So
I love that aqua
okay.
border on it too.
thank you.
Thank you. We're like telling them thank you so much.
I actually made 2 table runners yesterday with Happy Days and
Of course you did.
ran them over to the quilter this morning.
No,
So
you didn't.
I went to Gail's.
Oh, to Gail's. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't drive to Las Vegas.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
no.
I'm like,
No.
we all know you're ambitious, but oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
no. So
Oh, I love Gail. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
She's
that she's home
back.
and
Yeah, that
can-
she's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the big. It's so funny. We're hearing them in the other room.
Yeah, they're like-
as they drop. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And for those of you who just logged on recently, we'll, I guess we're probably, I don't know how far we are in, but I will be reposting as well, so you can rewatch the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll be posting that on Monday.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to start us off with the Sincerely Yours quilts. This is an absolute favorite of mine. It's called Safe Haven, and Billy picked this up from the quilters yesterday for me. This is Fat Eighth friendly, and I really have been really excited about this one. I think it's so cute. It's not bound yet. A lot of my quilts aren't bound yet, but yeah, so a lot of fun. It shows off all of the fun prints and colors in Sincerely Yours. And I will say this is an intermediate confident quilt. So definitely
A little bit
more grueling, but it's not hard. It's just, I would say, confident quilter on this one.
Okay.
Just with the method. So yeah, thank you.
And that, what's the name of it one more time?
Safe Haven.
Safe Haven.
Yeah.
I love that name too.
I know. Thank you.
So.
I actually had a lot of fun naming all of my Sincerely Yours quilts, because I'm like,
Yeah.
how can I, be creative? And it was fun naming them.
Right.
And we didn't clash at all with our names.
No.
Like we didn't have a duplicate name on any of
Yeah.
our quilts. So that was really fun. Yeah, but I do have to say I'm really grateful, because I was in Vegas yesterday and I wasn't sure if the quilt was going to be done, and we were already almost halfway home, and my quilter texted me and said, "Your quilt is done." And I knew we were doing the live today, and Billy so graciously went and picked it up for me, so I was super grateful. This next one is awesome. Mom's going to have a lot to say about this one. So
I love this one.
we love this quilt and the cause that's tied to it.
So this is Together, and it is the Moda Stitch Pink 2021 sew-along quilt. And Billy and I will be filming 5 different videos. There are 5 Fridays in the month of October, and so we'll have one video each week that you can watch. And those will be available here on the YouTube channel, and Moda will also have those available on their site as well.
Yes.
So that all of those videos, and we'll get that quilt made in 1 month's time, and there will Moda will be making some donations for breast cancer during that, and I'm also looking at something to do with that as well. So
awesome.
More on that later, because I'm gonna have to make it again when we film the videos. So I feel like I'm gonna have another quilt that I'll either auction or donate for charity.
I love that.
With that, because so we'll have 2. But this is really fun. We'll be walking you through it. So a beginner can do it with the videos.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
With the videos, for
What's
sure.
What's the name one more time?
It's called Together.
Together. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that name for that.
Thank you.
It's so pretty.
And I actually have to give credit to the name to Lisa Alexander, our marketing director. I had sent her the digital of the pattern, and I couldn't come up with a name, and I had about 5 or 6 names, and she emailed me a few ideas, and the first one she sent was Together, and I just loved it. And I
love
her
that.
back. I'm going to use your name for it.
I think it's
better than mine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Someone asked how far you live from, well, you two. I live in Las Vegas. I come out here to work with them, but about an hour outside of Las Vegas, heading north on I-15.
Yeah. And we're about 5 miles apart.
Yeah.
So
very close.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, I don't want to drive down there, but it's really not that
I know.
far.
But I know what you mean, because driving from Logandale to Overton still seems like, I got to drive all the way down there to buy
I
milk.
know.
Like,
And it's 5 miles.
it's only 5 miles, but
But sometimes there are tractors on the road. So You know how Corey Yoder posts
The buggies.
the buggies on Sundays?
We have tractors.
We have tractors.
Yeah, we live.
We could do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of agricultural farming here.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I even was on the phone with Mom the other day, and I'm like, oh,
That's right.
gosh darn, I'm stuck behind a tractor right now, and I'm like, I'll be a little bit late. So
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you had this one done.
I finished it. Let's actually flip it so they could see the effect.
It might be too.
Like up that way, so the light. No,
Nope,
the other way. The
Flip
other way. The
way.
lights are at the top. Yeah, because this one is kind of like a gradient, so I want everyone to see. Dad is giving me a look. Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Oh, this is so pretty.
So I finished this last night. I was so excited.
Oh.
And a little bit higher. It might have been better. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Billy's gonna make an appearance. So I started. So this is every color, every print from the collection, and I started with just did a gradient all the way up. This quilt is called Afterglow. It is beginner friendly, like honestly the perfect beginner friendly quilt.
And you used a block lock.
In
right?
the pattern it doesn't,
Okay.
but I actually made mine bigger and used a block lock to make it because I really wanted them to be perfect.
What pre-cut is this?
This is Fat Eighth friendly,
Okay.
I believe. And I just really, really love this one. It's kind of near and dear to my heart because we have really, really pretty sunsets and sunrises here in Southern Nevada. And it just kind of reminded me of that. So
I love it.
this is beginner friendly. It's called Afterglow, Fat Eighth friendly. And was honestly, I was kind of like, oh, that's a lot of flying geese. This was the easiest quilt I made.
Really?
It was so
good.
simple, and
Because you can chain piece it
you
too.
can chain piece everything. So it went super, super quick. And it's just almost methodical quilting. It's just like you're just quilting, and but I really love this one. I stayed up till like 2 a.m.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Sorry, Isabel. I had you stepping on your tippy toes, but I love that one.
Is
So
the Together kit, is it sold out everywhere, or do you know of any
Check
places?
Fat Quarter Shop.
that quarter shop might have.
Or ask your local quilt shop if they ordered them and maybe haven't made, they might have ordered the fabrics but not yet have it available. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the fabric orders all had to be placed last week. So
Yeah.
everybody should know what they have available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And will there be a fabric kit for Afterglow or nothing? Right now?
I don't have a fabric kit, but
A Fat Eighth bundle.
a Fat Eighth bundle will make the quilt kit.
Yeah, and you can
and
pre-order
yardage.
those a lot of different places now.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, they have pre-orders. There is a shop that is kitting that quilt though
Right.
themselves. But yeah, ask your local quilt shop. Maybe they are ordering the yardage and the pre-cuts to be able to make that.
And maybe if you think of the shop, you could leave a comment with it later on the.
Yes, yeah.
Actually, I think this is the same one they're referring to, but Stephanie Stitch's shop says they have some. They're in the chat, and
Oh, they do?
Yeah, you're
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
absolutely allowed to
Great.
Yes,
post.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we love that. If you got, pre-ordered the fabric for a kit,
Yeah.
and
Let
you
us know.
see-
Leave a comment
Yeah.
on the. Right.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes it easier for everyone to find it.
Yeah, we're so grateful. Yeah, someone had well, the reason I'm thinking of it is a shop had actually messaged me. They were going to specifically kit that quilt, and so I couldn't remember the name. I have it in my phone though, so I
Yeah.
can comment that. Oh, I love this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is there another question?
Well, just real quick for the Afterglow, she asked, iron the seams open or to the side for Afterglow?
Oh, when you sewed the flying geese blocks together, did you
Oh, I
press them
pressed-
open or to one way?
No, to one way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just behind us, this is just Homebody.
So cute.
I love wall hangings. I like to
You
switch them
do.
out in my sewing room. And so I thought, what's better than a house with hearts and, the cross, the
Little
hugs
crosses.
hugs and kisses
Yeah.
with hearts and X's. So
XOXO, guys.
yes.
That's on our
So,
selvage.
Yeah.
So
and
it was kind
I
of cute homage to that.
right. Yeah, and I plan to make this one again in Christmas fabrics and fall fabrics
and like switch it up
and switch it up. Yeah. So thank you. That's a fast and fun and easy, and I feel like it's pretty beginner friendly too because I use that simple folded corners ruler for it.
Yeah.
So,
That is a great ruler.
So okay, they should be bringing a bigger one this time. I think.
I like smaller projects like that though. They're honestly refreshing to make after you've made such a large quilt.
Yeah.
So I love that one.
Oh, I love this one.
I love this one. Okay, so this is another one of my new quilt patterns. It's called Cross My Heart, and just little, X's with hearts in them. It's so much fun to make. It is fat eighth friendly. A lot of my quilts are fat eighth friendly this time around. And I didn't use a print low volume. I wanted to use our just low volume.
It has a large polka dot that you can't really see, but unless you're up close.
And the reason I wanted that is because I think this quilt allowed space for it to really focus on all the prints, but I really love this quilt. So Cross My Heart, it is, I believe, beginner friendly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're using traditional piecing methods, but
yeah.
So Cross My Heart.
Okay.
Fat eighth friendly. I love that one. And my girls may or may not have claimed like all of these new quilts. They're like, well, we need these for our room. And I'm like, okay.
I feel like the little girls are just going to love these fabrics. Yeah. So we have, my other daughter is expecting a baby in August, and she already told me, oh, you can make, and it's going to be a girl. So,
yeah, it's a girl. We just found out it's a girl.
So she already told me, you can make me any baby quilt you want out of that new fabric. So
hey, you can do that.
Right. So
get to sewing.
Yeah.
There are some questions coming in, but we'll sort of answer some of them
Okay.
at the end. Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Some of them are quick fire. I'll let you know those, but some are probably a little longer.
Okay.
Here's a quick fire one. Do you know how wide the quilt ladder is in the podcast room?
Oh.
The one behind where Chelsi sits, or
I'm not sure.
I think it's about 24 inches.
That's what I was going to guess.
That's actually probably the one they're referring to.
Yeah. Okay, this next one is a little table runner. There's actually a big quilt, and they're both in the same pattern.
If Dad wants to bring the other quilt next,
so you could probably just go back and help him with the quilt now, because it's the same block.
But I love that table runner.
But smaller, yeah. And another thing, I'm gonna remake that in so many different colorways. That pattern is.
She's gonna have one of those for every season, guys, for her dining room table, or something.
So, but yeah, it's called Daydream, and the pattern has the big quilt and the small table runner. So
yeah, I'm glad we're showing this one, because when I did the Instagram poll on questions, that was the quilt behind me, and people wanted to know the name of this quilt coming up. So,
and this is actually a jelly roll quilt too. So
love a good jelly roll quilt. Oh, Dad just ran to the couch.
It is a partial seam construction block, but Billy and I have already filmed a video on that.
Oh, cool.
It's not hard at all, and I feel like the pattern has a very good diagram. Our friends Natalie and Joel that help us so much with our patterns did some great diagrams for the partial seam construction, and then we have the video too. So so that's Daydream. This is actually working out rather well.
I feel I hope that
hopefully they're feeling it's okay. So
they're like, oh, we're so tired already.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think everyone's. If I miss some of the questions, it's this is definitely a learning experience for me too, doing all this. So
I feel like when we were
get better.
on Fat Quarter Shop, Lily was doing that, right?
Yeah,
she had a screen with
Billy was doing. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Get a monitor.
Yeah, I feel like that's how.
Did you hear that, Mom? Buy him a monitor.
Yeah. So.
I know. Yeah. Hopefully people are enjoying this.
This
is. I'm having a lot of fun right now.
Oh, now also too. This is a good time. We'd like to do these in the future. This was kind of our trial run.
Yeah.
But if you could let us know what days and times are best for this.
Yes.
For a live. We didn't know if right now we had to do it on the weekend because school is in session.
Yeah, Billy.
here. And so Billy's at work during the day.
Working.
Right. So we didn't know which would be better. Weekday, weekend. Okay. Oh, they brought two at one time.
They brought two at one time. Bless your souls.
So right behind me is Heartstrings, and
I
it's a
love
fat
that.
eighth quilt. So, yeah. And then behind Chelsi.
Yeah, so the quilt behind me is called Good Hearted. This is another favorite quilt of mine. The stars, the patchwork star blocks have hearts in them. It's super cute. This is actually a boxed kit with Moda, so ask your shop owners if they were able to order any of those. It comes in a cute little box and has everything that you'll need to make the quilt top,
Including the pattern. And the binding, I believe.
And the binding. And it is layer cake and yardage friendly if you don't buy the boxed kit. So it is one of my very favorites. I love it so much and was really excited to have that as a boxed kit with Moda. So
Yeah.
Good Hearted and another good layer cake pattern. So
And beginners for either of these?
yeah,
or-
I would say
Both.
both
Both are
beginner.
beginners.
Both beginner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Look at you guys multitasking.
Yeah. And they both used all the fabrics in the collection.
Yes. Yep, all of them.
Yeah, sincerely yours.
Sincerely yours.
I do want to say there is one quilt I don't have here today, but Billy he did link it.
Is that all of them? Oh, they're done.
yeah,
They're so excited. they waved me off.
So my last quilt is Be Mine. I'm currently working on it, but he did link it if you want to take a look at it. But I will be sharing that on the podcast and on Instagram soon. So that's the only one I didn't have done. So.
Yeah.
But everything else, Mom and I
Yeah.
got all done. So.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much they were Happy Days quilts and then
And
Sincerely
Sincerely
Yours.
Yours. And
So-
Sincerely Yours ships this September.
Right. It's August, September.
August, September.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I know that's why they had to close off the ordering so
Yeah.
quickly because they really wanted to make sure
The stitch pink.
the fabrics were here for Stitch Pink in
Yes.
October. And just with all the delays, just they wanted to be extra sure to
Yeah.
have that.
We know that this collection was definitely different for us. We felt it's really near and dear to our heart. We felt so grateful to be able to design something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really fun to design this.
Yeah. And
This
Chelsea
collection.
actually kind of started putting these together, I feel like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we turned this one in so early.
Yeah.
So early. And I was almost nervous. I know I talked about this on the podcast, but I
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm like, I don't know. This is so different for us. And Mom was like, do it.
Yeah. I fell in love with it.
But
and
we love it so much and have really enjoyed sewing with it. So
Yeah.
we hope you do too.
Yes. Okay. Some questions.
ready for a few
Some
questions?
questions.
Okay.
Oh, one real quick. The one that's just on the back of the couch.
Oh,
Someone asked what that is. I know
yes.
Oh.
We have a video on it, I'm sure, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, really?
This just came home yesterday or the day before. So this is in a brand new book from Martingale called On a Roll
Oh, yeah.
Again with a lot of different Moda designer patterns.
Roll again.
And this is my plus side quilt with Happy Days. And so, yeah, this one I
I
just
didn't
got
even
it
notice
home.
This was here.
I just got it home
I
and put
love
it on the
it.
couch. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and that book I believe comes out June 1st. It's available now for pre-order on Amazon.
Yeah, they've been sharing it on social media.
Yeah, and Martingale is the publisher, and it has lots of different Moda designer patterns, all with jelly rolls. So,
Those books are so fun.
yeah.
So let me scroll up real quick
do
because
we
I
have
saw
some?
one really early on and I let them know I had it noted.
Okay.
This is it's working. Let's see. Because
I feel like you need a chair, Billy. Poor
You
Billy's
do.
having to
well, I
stand.
had a chair and then it was
It was
it
too
was
low.
A little, yeah.
Next time we'll have to get a better seating situation for.
We're really appreciative of Billy. Like, none of this would be possible without
Oh
him.
yeah, we could never.
He is tech savvy. So super grateful. You can't see all of the computers and cameras and cords going on right now.
And wires and going up.
Going up the stairs, everything plugged in. So the headphones.
We're just grateful it worked out because we actually called the phone company earlier this week and they've been so busy with so many people.
Yeah.
The real estate market is really good right now. And so people have been moving and they've been busy. And so they weren't able to actually get out here, but we made it work.
Yeah.
We figured it out. So
we did it.
Again, I'm sort of learning, so I may have maybe I can't scroll all the way back to the top, or maybe I'm just missing it.
If you're still here and you have your question,
it was
ask it again.
something about cutting, and I remember it was
maybe they could ask it again.
Teresa.
Yeah.
So if you Teresa, if you can't hear me, I remember I noted it, but I can't
get back to it.
I can't find it.
Okay.
So I don't want to totally butcher the question. And then. Maybe I can find a couple others. Yeah. I sort of dropped the ball on that. So if you guys have any questions right now, you can throw them in there and then
ask them again, please.
Okay.
Unless I can somehow try to find them. But I think that we definitely need to bring. Hey, Dad and Isabel, why don't you guys come make a quick appearance? Everyone wants to say thank you.
Everyone wants to say thank you. My dad is he is so much they're both we do not
They are
want to.
very shy.
They do not want to be on the camera.
Just wave to the camera. That's my dad. That's my girlfriend Isabel, who I coerced into coming and helping today. So
yeah, and
they're awesome. They're like, can we go now?
They're like, we're done.
So okay.
Questions.
I got a few that popped in here. Okay. So how many? Could you estimate how many table runners you've made this year?
How many table runners? Wow, that's so funny. I bet you at least 15.
Yeah.
Okay. At least 15.
100.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like I learn a lot by making small projects, and I can test out borders and.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? And test out how fabrics are going to play together. So I really feel like if you have a fat quarter bundle that you love and you are afraid to cut into it, make something small first. And so
I'm still afraid to cut into fat quarter bundles. I'm like, no, we can't open it up.
Unrolling a jelly roll is really hard.
Yeah.
So
let's see. Yeah, and a lot of people have said that they like Saturdays because there
are
a lot of other live streams throughout the week with other, Fat Quarter Shop and and I know some others. So a lot of people are saying they like the weekend.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay, then Saturday morning it is.
So
Saturday mornings it is, guys.
Here's one. I know it's probably a little complicated, but how do you guys come up with the names for your quilts? I think you may have discussed this a little bit on the podcast before, but
I think we did. It's so
it depends
funny.
on the collection, kind of the theme of the fabrics.
Yeah.
We will sometimes try to make the names kind of go with
the theme.
The theme of the fabric, don't you feel like?
Yeah, because I feel like the process of naming the patterns, it's honestly kind of seamless because you're working with the theme.
Right.
And it all starts with, when we design the fabric, there's the theme there. And then you design your quilt patterns off of the theme of the fabric and then you name them accordingly.
Right.
So I don't know. It just kind of comes pops into my head.
I'm thinking about Happy Days names. I kind of got a summery vibe, and to me the summer means the ocean, and so that's why you've got Seaside and Summer Stroll and Beach House.
And half of mine were patriotic quilts, right? And the flower quilt was easy to name,
right?
But I didn't want to name it like flower quilt, so,
right? Yeah. And then the Sincerely Yours, I feel like a lot of them had names with love and caring.
Yeah.
So good-hearted.
Yeah, anything heartwarming, anything.
Yeah. So Heartstrings.
I have so much fun naming them too.
Yeah, it's fun. I've already. It's so funny. Because she said that we don't often overlap on names.
Yeah.
But I've got a name for a quilt for the next collection that I'm so set on. I was like, I gotta tell her not to come up with this because
it's like baby names. She doesn't want me to steal it.
Right? Just in case, because, yeah. So
That is so funny.
Here's one. How do you determine when to replace your cutting mats? Is there a way to recondition them? And what do you do with the old ones?
Thank goodness for this question, because I need you to order me a new
Yeah.
cutting mat.
So-
I'll pay you, of course.
Yes.
But I mean, one whole fabric, I just got done cutting so much fabric, and
Right.
the 18-inch mark is just gone.
Like I've used them so much that they fold in half.
Yes,
because of the
same
cut.
here. And right now, I threw away the one that split in half.
Right.
But I just stack them. Like,
Oh, you do?
I
Okay.
do, because it gives a little bit more cushion under
Oh,
the one
okay.
you're working with, and I feel like it helps.
Yeah.
Also, be sure to switch your blades out. Don't be using a dull. That really can damage your mat more.
Right.
So you want to make sure you're watching it and switching your blade out, I would say,
Yeah.
because that might make all the difference. But yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for that
that's
question,
a great
because I
question.
need a new mat right now.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're starting to get those splits in the mat,
Right.
I mean, it's hard because you don't have that on every inch mark, because I mean, you're using the 9-inch or the 18-inch or,
Right. Yeah, I
so-
will sometimes, when I see it happening, I'll try to
you'll
start
add math.
using. I'll do
Yep,
the
you'll
math and use different lines.
do
to try
the math to
extend
go
the
to a
life of
different
it.
inch mark. Yeah, I do
Yes.
that too. But
Yes.
sometimes my brain hurts and I'm like, no.
Yeah. So
That was a great question.
yeah.
And I know that the answer to this is yes. I just don't know how many. Maybe you just have a few. But someone asked, do you ever make a pattern with curved piecing? And is that more of a rare thing for you, Mom?
Oh yeah,
or
I've
Chelsi?
got two quilt patterns. Balboa and Mahalo
And
both
Mahalo.
use curved piecing.
Those are two
Yeah.
of them. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love curved piecing, and
That was my goal this year, to
Yeah.
do curved piecing. I had
you still
this-
have time.
Yeah.
It's only
You still
April.
have time, Chelsi. You still have time. I had the sweetest lady offer me this cute pattern. I need to get back to her. And then Vanessa Gertzen actually gave me, she was like, you take this pattern.
She
and
has a cute curved piecing
dishes
pattern.
and
Yes.
Holland, her
Okay.
Holland quilt.
Yeah.
They're both adorable. And she gave me both those patterns. So I need to
Yeah.
do those. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, got some good suggestions for how questions start, so I can do that next time, like using question marks in front or long dashes. That helps me.
Oh,
then you can go
these
back and
see,
find-
other
That's
people are giving
smart.
some
yeah,
recommendations.
thank you. We're so new to
thank
this.
you. We're
Appreciate
so
that.
grateful for everyone.
There is another one here. So with table runners, do they look better with odd number blocks? I have a longer
Ooh.
table, seats 10, so short ones look teeny on my table. Some I would like to make longer, so add blocks to ones I make. Or
I am
Yeah.
always an odd person block.
I
on
usually
something like
too,
that.
like with the table runner, I do if it's going to be 3, 5,
Yep.
7, depending on how big the block is. And
Yeah.
I agree. I have a couple of really big tables, and they've got to be long enough for
Yeah.
those tables. And so I will often, add blocks as needed. And
Yeah.
I really feel like with table runners, I get really intentional, and I go around and I measure where I want to put them,
Yeah.
and then I will add or subtract blocks as needed
Yeah.
for those places. Yeah.
about how many QAL is quilt along, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How
Yay,
how
Billy is
quilt
learning
alongs
his
do you
term.
each, get involved with?
Wow. So, this year we had blockheads already, and then we both did
Socialites.
socialites.
Yeah.
And there is another quilt along that I'm going to be doing, and I don't know if you are too, but it's Susan Aki's sample spree. It's 100 6-inch blocks, and there is going to be a quilt along with that later.
Yeah.
And then you did a quilt along with one of your patterns, right?
Yes, I did the Hearts at Home last year, and it was a lot of fun. I might do it again this year. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Teresa, she put the question in.
Yay,
so I see it.
Teresa!
Okay, so here it is. That's the first one that came in. So do you clean the oil? Do you clean the oil film off the new blade when replacing your blade in the rotary cutter?
Oh,
That was the question.
that's a good question.
That's a great
I
question.
usually take some fabric out of my scrap bin or the garbage can if it is some small
Yeah.
pieces, and I'll just cut a few times with a new blade.
Yes.
And then I figure it's good to go.
Yeah.
So I'll just make sure that blade has a few rotations on some fabric that I don't care about, just to
Yeah.
be sure. And that's all I do. I don't clean the blade. I just
Yeah, I don't clean
just
my blade. I just
make
make
a few
sure.
cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question.
That was a great question.
Is Forest Pine one of your quilts, Chelsi?
Forest Drive.
Yeah.
Forest Drive. Okay.
Yes, and I made that using Vanessa Gertzen's folk
Folk
tail
tail
fabric.
Okay, so
It-
someone had a question about that.
Okay.
If where did I see it now? Do you recommend pressing seams open for Forest Drive? Then I guess.
I
can-
don't typically press my seams open. Marion Quilted actually pieced that one for me. I'm not sure if she did or not,
Yeah.
but
I'm not
in my
sure.
pattern, I don't think I have it
Yeah.
written that way. Anytime I can press out,
Yeah.
I'm pressing out on most everything.
For me, the only time I press open is if it will make less bulk.
Yes, exactly. And that quilt
Yeah.
isn't actually bulky
Right.
at all. So, yeah, but that's interesting. I am remaking that in different fabrics. So I'm excited to share that
Yeah.
soon.
We had a request. Maybe we already have this, but someone asked if you could do a curve piecing tutorial, Mom, and maybe we did. But is that the one we had to?
That's
take
the
down?
one we had to take down.
Okay, so
Yes,
maybe
so
we can
we
redo.
will redo that. We will redo the curve piecing tutorial video. That's a great idea.
Okay.
So,
Someone's thanking you for your free blocks of the month, and they've been enjoying making them.
oh, thank you.
So, okay. So I think I probably, I'll just put it out there, I probably did miss one or two, and it was not on purpose. So, but I
We'll
think
get
that's
better
sorta
at
what I
this.
see.
Yeah,
And
we'll
we
get
can-
better at this.
This was our trial
we
run.
hope you and we
And the other thing is we can go through that. Someone said all this chat's saved afterwards. So we could go through and try to find those if
we could answer
and
some on the
answer
podcast.
them in the
Yeah.
comments
Answer
section.
Oh,
some
in the
comments.
comments section.
Right? Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Again, I will replay this on Monday morning for the video for Monday this week. If anyone came
Yeah.
in late and wants to watch the beginning again,
Yeah.
it will repost on Monday. Oh, there's the Christmas line question. I did see that,
Oh,
and we did answer. That was a question
On the
our
podcast.
last podcast.
On our last podcast.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
talked
so
it-
check out episode 26. They answer that there, but the short answer is there's not one coming soon. But I know my mom and sister
would like
really
to.
would like to do.
we would
one.
love to.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I did see that one earlier. I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I think that's good. The next live stream, I will make an appearance. I sort of made one earlier, but I can't find this. I was gonna show my original quilt that the first one that my mom ever
you
made.
should have today.
Yeah, I sort of saved it for last minute, and we thought it was somewhere, and it wasn't there. So
Oh.
I'll find it and jump on. Maybe I'll just jump on.
Yeah,
say
just
goodbye to
come
everybody.
over and yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
because he's always behind the camera.
they want to see.
Yeah,
They want to see you.
yeah. So this is the
Oh.
face behind the video. So yeah, oldest child, number 3 child.
Middle child.
So yeah,
There's his appearance. No, we really are grateful for
Yeah.
Billy. He doesn't get screen time
Right.
at all.
right.
I think he's like Isabel and my dad. I don't think he particularly enjoys being in the spotlight,
Yeah.
but without him, we wouldn't be able
Right.
to do any of this. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in.
And everything is linked. And if you saw a quilt you loved that you would love to make, it's linked in the description.
right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for bearing
Thank
with
you.
us. We're
Yes.
really excited that we were able to be here
To pull
today.
this off.
Hopefully,
and-
we'll make it better. And if you have suggestions, let us know.
And
Yeah.
the next podcast will be
like
on
May
May
5th.
3rd.
Oh, May 3rd.
Oh, okay.
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 Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
great. Thanks
Sounds
so much.
great. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.